Yeah.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Simon says yes.
All right, excellent. By the way, guys, I might put this on YouTube. So if you don't want to have your face potentially online, tell me, because it's probably too late already. That's going to be already on this video. I can start it from in a moment, but if you want to block your face out, feel free to do that. Okay. Otherwise, because a few of you I can see on screen, yeah, it might come up on that. All right. So can you guys see my cursor?
Yeah.
You can see
Yeah.
my cursor too? Okay. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So we're watching Dante Leon. Dante Leon he won the Nogi World Championships at my weight division, actually, at the Nogi Worlds this year. And Dante is on the bottom, and he's facing Pedro Rocha. I don't know a lot about Pedro, but he seems decent from pretty good from what I see in this match as well. But Dante ends up winning. But let's take a look. Okay, so I'm just going to try and go through a few of the exchanges and just break down what is actually happening here. Okay. So I'll switch between the screen and and then me demonstrate. Okay. So you can see here straight off the bat, this first initial grip battle is always an important battle in a match. Like where do you reach for first? And often it's if you're seated, you're either going to be trying to win like a 2-on-1 grip on their hand, like some sort of upper body control. Usually it's the hand, because the head's not such a good grip unless they're really low. So if their head's low, you can go for like a front headlock. Otherwise, you're going to reach for their hands. If their upper body is away from you, you'll usually try to attach to the leg. Okay. And that's what Dante sees. He sees the ability to go for a shin to shin. He's going to put his left foot on the inside of Pedro's right foot here. And he's going to grip around the knee and try to pull through into single X. Okay, so let's watch. He's gone for the hand fight for a moment. He's reached to the knee, and he went to go for the shin on shin. Now, pretty quickly, you'll see Pedro kind of steps across, and he misses the shin to shin. So you see that foot came out and around to the side, and he missed the shin to shin option. And he's changed that now to an invert. Okay, so he's gone from one attack to the next. Dante goes to spin now, and Pedro manages to block and move away and kind of reset the position back to the start. Okay, so now Liv and I are just gonna kind of go through that now. So we'll go back to us here. Weird with the jacket.
Can everyone please mute their microphones?
You got this initial battle, which is actually a really important part of the match. You usually, if Liv's arms are forward, we're looking to control the arms first, right? And you see Dante goes for that for a moment. If her head's really low, of course we can start attacking a front headlock from there. But if she's more if you start going for the arms and she backs away, what have I got? I've got the leg. Okay? And then usually you're going to either look for the inside leg position, like Dante went for, or you look for outside leg position into a Del Diva. Okay? So Dante's going to go for single X. You see he's here and he goes like this. Okay, and Pedro's managed to step his foot back onto the inside. Okay? This presents a little bit of a problem. It's actually now a dangerous position. I could try to chase forward for a sit-up guard here, but if there's forward pressure against me, I'm probably going to get knocked back potentially into half guard. Okay. So the next thing to do, as soon as they've stepped in, if you can't back out and reset, is to fall into a reverse Del Diva. Okay. So we're going from here, steps in, fall to here, and look to spin underneath. It's if you're on your back in any form of half guard, the reverse Del Diva, having your right leg hooking like this and your left leg there to make space, is probably the best case scenario of any sort of half guard variant that I can think of. Okay, so here I've got very good distance management, and I also have the ability to spin and start to get an attack. Okay. So that's the initial kind of battle. As he's gone to spin, Pedro's managed to kind of disengage and reset the position. Liv's just checking the chat.
Hey, Lockie.
Mute all, please, Lachlan. Yes, done.
Okay.
Okay, all muted.
Oh, I think that was from, okay.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to the match. So this time he manages to go for outside leg position and gets the K guard, attacks a leg lock, and actually almost ends up in a leg drag from that. Okay. Let's just go. We'll watch this again. So this is just off that previous exchange. This time Pedro blocks the outside leg and starts to attack the Toriando. Okay. What happens is Dante manages to see his foot coming out on this side. He manages to keep his foot on the outside of the hip as he turns to the side. Okay, see that? So the foot's gone to the outside, knees on the inside. This is an excellent position to set up K-guard. As you guys probably know, this is one of my favorite positions to set up the leg locks. This is IBGF, so there's no heel hooks, and Dante ends up attacking the knee bar from here. Okay. Now this is nice. Okay, here's something which you might notice, and I do this a lot. It's not something I've really talked about a lot, but watch Dante's leg go from the hip to the armpit. Okay, so see his foot's down at the hip here. He's going to change it to the armpit because the hip, you can't pull your opponent's weight forward. Okay, but he's going to change his left foot. Wait for it. Here we are. Okay, now he's hooked the back of the armpit. Okay, and this, like, if you've got your opponent's arm there, you can actually like use your leg to take their weight forward and make their leg available. Okay, see that hooking here. This is a really nice detail that I use quite a lot. Okay, and now he's attached to the leg. All right, he's shot over the top. So what are his options here? He could. There's a nice like matrix back take you can go for here. You can like keep your left hook, pummel this through, and start trying to reach for the hips, but without like that works really well in the gi. It's not so good no gi. So he looks to from here to hug the leg tight and try to shoot his hips in for the knee bar here. Okay. Obviously, once he's in the knee bar, so he could finish this if he can power in without his opponent, without Pedro being able to turn to his right. But Pedro's going to react the correct way, which is turning to his right. And it's actually quite hard to stop your opponent turning that way. The danger here is if you go for the knee bar instead of pulling the leg across to 50-50, is you might actually put yourself in a position to get countered, all right, which I'll go over in a moment. So you see here an attack at the knee bar. He's trying to rotate that knee in, but Pedro's turning his knee out. And now he's in a position, Pedro's in a position to try to attack. He's tried to switch to a toe hold to keep that roll going. All right. Let me just break down that before we go any further. Okay. All right. So this time we're going back to that seated position. Do you want to pass here? Pedro's gone. Place one hand on the knee and started to pass around this way. Maybe even holding the knee here too, and going like this. And Dante's managed to put foot on the outside, knee on the inside. Okay, so this is the K-guard position, all right? Once he has this, he's able to connect his hands here, but start dropping low and kind of kicking back. Yeah, but Liv's trying to pull away from me here, okay? What have I got to actually, like I can pull my arms in. It might not pull, let's kick back, kick the weight back. It might not pull her weight forward though, okay? So look at this. This is where the foot goes from the hip to the back of the armpit, okay? Look at this. I can pull her forward, okay? Especially if she's actually trying to, like, she's trying to block my head from, like, because I want to get in and attach to the leg, right? Like, if she doesn't block my head, then I can get attached to the leg pretty well. But now she's here, and my legs start pulling her armpit forward. It now exposes the leg for me because it brought her weight forward, okay? So again, going from here, Liv starts going around, the foot goes to the outside, we connect, and then we start to pull our foot into the armpit to knock our opponent forward. Okay. Obviously from here, I like to shoot over and attack the heel hook. This is a great entry, but without that being available, the knee bar is an option. Start standing up with. Pedro stood up. Dante's instead of keeping that hook here, he shot through and attacked the knee bar. Okay. Now let's change. So Liv does this. It didn't backfire. Actually, he had a good attack sequence. There is a chance for that to backfire. So Liv goes K guard, shoots over the top, and then just shoot for the knee bar. I should take this out. Knee bar. Okay. So in this position here, there is a chance that I can turn this. So let's say I'm here, right? If I can turn my knee outwards and lift Liv's hips up like this, okay? See that? If my knee faces her, like up here, obviously the knee bar is a threat. If I can start turning this way and come around the corner, this can start to attack into like a back take. Okay, so we can actually try to counter our opponent's knee bar by turning out, right? But what Dante did really well there, if you go back to that, let's go this way. So like if I'm here, I'm wanting to turn this way and scoot around the corner to start trying to attack the back. Okay, now I'm attacking the back. As Pedro started to turn that way, Dante started to change to a toe hold grip. Toe hold, yes. And now, actually, if I keep turning, I'll just lift a bit, sorry. If I keep turning this way, it actually can sometimes put pressure on the toe hold, and that's actually forced Pedro to now start turning back this way, and it actually ended up resetting the position, but it prevented that counter that Pedro had available to him. Okay. All right. I want to go into, so that's the start. There's obviously a long match, and I could probably make this go for about 2 hours if I wanted. Let's change it now into the guard pass. Okay. So, are you guys on the screen here? Sorry. You're still on me. I've got a share screen, not. So we're going to go back to the match now. And we're going to go to so Dante eventually gets on top. Maybe we'll just watch that. We won't break that part down. It's a nice, actually, he does a nice single leg counter. So Pedro shoots for the leg. Dante sprawls, turns away, pushes the head down, and spins towards the back, and that forces Pedro to defend, and he manages to chase him down on top. Okay. And you see when he's got on top here, because of the like takedown scramble, it's not just a regular, he's not backing guard. He's kind of landed in a smash pass, which is a much better scenario to be in. So you'll see as he's landed and they've reset here, Dante's chest is folding that top leg down. So it's very hard for Pedro to put Dante back in the guard because of the pressure that's on top of that leg. Okay.
Dante's such a beast.
So he's going for like something like a body lock pass here. And Pedro is actually doing a good here in the smash pass. You want to give your opponent a real dilemma between keeping the legs smashed and getting around to the side. And by sitting up, you can give him this dilemma. So if we, actually, I will go to this. So we'll stop that share for a moment. Oh, sorry. Okay, so let's just talk about Pedro's option there. So if Liv's smashed my legs here, it's obviously a bad spot to be in. If I'm down like this and I'm trying to frame like this, if Liv walks around, it doesn't really, like, it's not to her, to any detriment to her to walk around and try and pass the guard. If we go back, what she's done here, she's heavy on my legs. When she walks around, my legs can be lighter, but I can't really use that if I'm not up. Okay, so we go back. If instead I get up, okay, I'm putting some sort of frame and I'm up on my hand. Okay, now if she stays in line with me like she is here, it's kind of hard for me to like get up. She's keeping weight on my legs. Start to walk around now, Liv, to pass. Okay, now that she's come off my legs, I can actually start to get up and start to force this kind of standing battle. Okay, so by getting up, the person on top no longer can just try to walk around the guard. She has to try and drive me back. Okay, But when she tries to drive me back, that lets me start to use like hooks and start to lift and try and move her. Okay. So we need this dilemma. When Liv starts driving in, I start trying to lift. Okay. When she starts to move around to the, if she keeps her weight back, I get up. Okay. So if she's driving me back a lot, I'll be working to hook sweep. Okay. Back. So then she changes and she stays lower, and I get up. Okay. If she starts ever trying to go around while I'm up, then I start trying to get up myself. Okay, and cause this scramble here. And let's see. I can't actually remember exactly what happens, but in that exact scramble. But that's the dilemma we're usually playing with in that scenario.
Oh, did Margot just ask what is time?
Okay, so here we are. Dante's climbing and driving him back, and he actually managed to break him down through that, and it's forced him into half guard. Okay, so. What I was talking about there didn't actually happen, but see how he didn't run around? He's gone like forward pressure, and he's broken him down from that. He's broken him down from being up on his arm here to down onto his elbow and now flat on his shoulder. So this is getting a lot worse for Pedro on the bottom. Okay, and he almost got the mount here, and he's had to concede basically a 3/4 mount. And Pedro's going to hip out and force that into being a knee cut instead. Okay. And one thing I wanted to cover here is this mix between smash pass and knee cut. I believe this happens in a moment. Let's see. There we are. Good. Okay, so it goes back to the smash pass and then back to the knee cut. Okay, I just want to talk about mixing those two attacks together, which I think is a really important one. So what you'll notice is Pedro is on his right side, and this is that kind of invites the knee cut. All right. Pedro wants to get his bottom leg in and kind of face his bottom leg towards the roof. But when that happens, it's going to invite the smash pass. So it's going to prevent the knee cut. The more this right leg drops down towards the ground, the better the knee cut is. So Pedro is actually going to kind of try and bring that knee up by squaring up. Watch this. So when he can. There we are. So the knee starts to point towards the roof now. Okay, now the knee cut is very difficult because of that angle of that foot. But the smash pass, turning that leg and smashing it across, become very viable. Look at that. Now he's got the smash pass. The chest is on the outside of the leg. A lot of the times people will try to counter the smash pass by then turning this knee back the other side. So now he's on his left hip. He's going to go back to his right hip. And Dante will, of course, to counter that, go back to the knee cut. Okay, this is a really important sequence to be good at. All right, so let's just have a quick look at that now. All right, so I have to have a good angle for this. Let's turn. So if I'm here like this, if I can pin this, I'm going for the knee cut and I can pin this leg to the ground. This is very bad for Liv. Okay. So as I'm going in, she's often going to be quite active at pulling in, and even then, she might be very active at doing that exactly. Now that her knee's facing this way, she's on the other hip. I cannot knee cut this way. Okay, and obviously, if she's framing and keeping some of my weight off, it's a little easier to do that. Yes, exactly. Okay, now she's got to here. My answer is going to be to drop my chest and go down the top of this leg into a smash pass. Yeah. Let's turn a little. With the leg folded here, if she's framing and trying to square back up, I'm going to put my right hand right next to the ribs here. And as she starts to hip out, I'm going to start coming across again. This becomes an underhook. I'm back in the knee cut. Okay, so really important, we follow this, whichever this leg's between my legs. This one I'm either trying to smash or knee cut, depending what direction I can turn the hips. Both of them are excellent passes to be looking for. Okay, I do think that's important that when I was here, if you're going to go back to the knee cut, make sure you win the underhook battle. So if I'm trying to smash and Liv's framing and trying to hip out, I can't do it. If I go knee cut and she gets the underhook, this is bad for me. Yeah. So if you watch it, even you'll see Dante did that. lips framing. I'm gonna punch my hand right next to the hip. Okay. Now as she hips out, I come in. We've got like a good hug here. Even if she does underhook here, it's not gonna be underhook. It's not gonna be great. Like I can go near side underhook myself. I can still counter that. Right. So we'll just watch that once more, and we might finish it there. I'll show you the end of the match, but we might not do any more breakdown. That might be enough of a technique breakdown today. So,
Marco's on.
Unless there's anything else we want to talk about there. So let's look at that again. So watch this. Bottom leg's going to come up. He's going to switch to the smash pass. And here we go. Okay. And then watch his right hand comes in at the hip and he's able to come in back for the knee cut. Actually, one other thing I should talk about is there's this battle to stop the knee shield, which almost got in. Okay. So watch this knee shield almost get back in front of Dante's hips. There, almost. Okay. And he's just used his elbow and his positioning to stop that. And he's put it, see his knee has actually flared out again. Okay, so this is actually another battle. I will talk about that then. Okay, let's have a look at this. So why this battle is more important again is when you, like obviously if I really want to force the knee cut, I could go like out wide here, right? Now there's no way Liv comes back and forces me, like she can't lift that knee and can't make me go back to the smash pass. But the more I go out here, the easier it is to use like a knee shield and push me away, okay? So I actually have to kind of, with my knee here, I have to kind of keep it somewhat centered. Yeah, like kind of just turning out a bit. Put your knee shield now, Liv. Okay. See how the knee doesn't, because my knee turns her hips a little bit, like this, she can't put the knee shield in, but this can be more annoying, okay? Now this comes in and I have to go back to the smash. And then she fights that and I can come back, but I have to be like wary. Anytime I feel that knee starting to come in, I have to start opening my knee out again to fight that. Gives this a chance to come back in. So there's this constant like battle that we're going on. You almost like feel like corkscrewing it. Like I'm driving down on the knee. As she starts going for the knee shield, I start squaring her back up. My shoulders are trying to break through the frames until we get the underhook. And eventually, like Dante fights in to get like a crossface underhook. I think his leg gets trapped in the half guard when he's here. But this is now like excellent positioning to start to try to finish the half guard pass and work to finish, which we won't cover today, but perhaps another time we break down someone doing that. Let's have a look at the end of the match now. Okay? Sorry, I'll make sure I'm doing that on the Zoom and not just in my own browser. All right, so here, see Dante's got the underhook and he's nice and like he's chest to chest now. He gets the crossface underhook. Okay, so now this is obviously excellent positioning. He's going to start like tripoding. He puts his knees reasonably close together. Make sure you're not too wide with your base here. If you notice in a moment, you'll see his other foot. You'll see his other foot start to poke out because he's going to pinch his knees together and do this little corkscrew movement to free his knee. Okay, so he's going to like wiggle his hips left and right just a tad. There we are. Good. And that frees the knee. Now he comes back for the knee cut. Excellent position to start to set up the finish of the pass. He kicks his foot free. And he's very closely attached to Pedro. Arms come across, which is going to give him a chance to go for the back. Okay. Jumps to the other side because that arm came across. All right. He's got his passing points. He's going to go for the back and then switch to the armbar. He goes to the back, but starts to fall off towards the top, but actually locks in like a nice sort of high back, I'll say back triangle, not quite. He locks his feet nice and high and then goes straight into the armbar from here. And he gets the finish. All right.
Dante is so good at back takes.
Yeah, you don't want to give Dante your back. If we ever have a match together, Dante, please don't go for my back. All right. Okay, so any questions, guys? I'm going to unmute it and we'll open that up to any questions on that before we
Margot does have a question.
Hi, Margot. what is time? Time is the measurement of it's a way of measuring things. I can't remember
Very good
the exact quote. Measuring occurrences over a period of time.
Amazing.
All right. Has anyone got any questions? You can talk now, I believe.
Why is everyone so quiet?
No one?
I didn't realize we had permission to talk.
Is anyone talking?
Can everyone hear us?
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah.
Wave if you can hear us.
Yeah, they're waving.
Oh.
All right. We can't hear you, so. No. All right. Well, no one's got any questions, so we might.
Bobby, you should do a comedy now.
Is Bobby on?
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Bobby.
Oh,
Hi, Rita.
sorry, someone's calling me.
Hi.
All right. See you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.